today is in Kisii County doing the normal disbursement of Nyota funds to eligible young men and women in the so-called empowerment program. Something good that is he doing. But my biggest question, ladies and gentlemen, is how is this money of government free? Yet, we have doctors who are now recently on strike. We have schools with no enough capitation. That is not even the bigger problem. The bigger problem is this money actually free from the government? Because according to President William Ruto, is that the 25,000 that you receive the first patch after deducting the 10% saving, that is you get now 22,500, you go escort free without money. And the next phase, you will receive another 25,000, which you will get around 45,000 because 5,000 goes into saving. Remember, the partnership between these is between Kenya and World Bank. But having asked myself something, do World Bank really give Kenya grants? Because it seems this is a grant money. But are we safe if we get this money as the country? Is there no hidden fiscal payment to these billions of money? Because there came Asala Fund, which started with 500 shillings, and we were paying it. Those who had an extra idea defaulted. But later on, it came that kama hujalipa hawezi ponywa na SHA. If you are to do something of government services, you have to pay SHA. That was the end of Asala Fund. And it had forced Kenyans to pay back the amount you had borrowed. But the concern that I'm just raising as a normal Kenyan is that I recently listened to Kiaru MP in Ndindi Nyoro highlighting several things about the government borrowing. There is so many hidden borrowings that are taking place in this government. Could it this one be one of it? Could it be just a flagship that in the end of several years, we will go back paying these issues? Because I've been wondering and asking myself these questions. Is it really free? What if the next government after 2032, if William Ruto wins 2027, comes in and say, if you took the youth fund money, you have to repay? What policies and strategies have been put in place? We want to empower people. We want to empower youth. We want to empower women. But is this one of the best strategies that we can use as a country? Because in these all things, this is somebody's money we are being given. And we are here, the government tells us it is free money. Basic understanding. Assume your friend gives you 5,000. Do you think he will give you without note saying, give me the money back one day? That is the question I keep asking myself on this scenario. Ladies and gentlemen, we get to understand and to dig in further how these finances run. Remember, now the government of the day have privatized almost everything. Anything with levy has been privatized in Kenya because President William Ruto has an ambition of funding a 5 trillion development framework that he said it must be achieved before 2027. So is this part of something that is yet to happen? How many billions can we account on this? Is it really the exact money that the Kenya government is saying, or there are other hidden money that has been taken away. Because as much as we need development, as much as we take the money, as much as we get angry over development, we get to understand the effects of this money. It's just a potential question that I'm asking myself, that we have privatized levies, housing levy, we have road maintenance levy, we have the NSSF that are being used now to build Rironi Mau Summit Road. And the maturity of these levies takes up to even 20 years. For instance, there is a maturity levy that in Kenya, it has to maturity or maturitize in 2045. So assume the next government is coming in. What will they do? Because William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, has almost privatized everything to source for loan in return. 90% of the projects that are running in the country has been privatized money coming from investors, coming from banks, coming from other countries giving us in terms of borrowed loan. And in this question, I just came up and asked myself, yes, is doing good, is targeting youth in 2027. Because I believe most of those youth who have now gotten the money will not vote against the president in 2027. Because tell me, why would you vote against the president and yet umekula 50,000 yake? Surely. That is bribery in another sense. You know, there are so many things that has been happening. The way the Nyota program are being done is done in a political manner more than of empowerment manner. And that is something that is happening. So my biggest question is really this money free? That is the question I ask myself. What about your opinion? Is this money totally free? Ask yourself that.